Hello. We're going to be doing whimsical art today, and we're going to be doing a heart, and we're going to be doing it with watercolor. Now this is the one that I just did, and I did it thinking I was live, and I was not. So we're going to do another one. Now the next one is not going to be the same as this one, because you know that every time you use watercolor, it will transform into something different. So it won't be the same as this one, but this is a general idea. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our whimsical art heart. So I am going to tear this one out of my book. If anyone would like to have this one, please leave me a comment below. The first person that comments can have this piece mailed to them just as a happy. If you're not interested, that's okay. But I would be glad to send it to someone if they would like just to have it. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to lightly draw a heart. And this would be a comment under the video that's shown in our group, Mustard Seed Faith Women's Ministry, not a comment made in the group here, in the YouTube posts, if that makes sense. So it'll be a post comment made in the group Mustard Seed Faith Women's Ministry. Okay, so we're going to get started. I drew a heart. It will help if you draw your heart lightly with your pencil, so that when you do color it, that line won't show. And so we're going to take water. Let me get me a tissue to dry my paintbrush off with. We're going to take water, and you want to wet your page, but you don't want, and I got a little bit of color in that, but it's okay. You don't want your page to be like soaking wet, but you do want it where the water will allow your paint to like kind of be runny, kind of run, or to kind of spread out, flow. If that makes sense. If not, you'll see what I mean in just a minute. Hope everybody's day is going good. We've had some cool weather. I have been enjoying it so much, but I think we're fixing to warm back up again. And I don't look forward to that. But I have no control over the weather. And I sure dread summer. Dread it, dread it, dread it. Okay, so what we're going to start out with is some blue. I'm going to just drop it here and there, all the way around my edges here. And see what I mean by it running here and there? That is exactly what I want it to do. So you want your water on there thick enough that it will run, but you don't want it so wet that it, puddles up. And you may have to at times go back and add a little bit of water. I love watercolor painting. I'm still learning how to watercolor paint. It is very tricky at times, I want to say, because there's a certain technique to it. There's so many ways to learn that technique. So I am not the very best at it, but I do really enjoy it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to use is the fuchsia color. Now see, my water has dried up just a tad, so I'm going to add just a little bit of water here. Try not to pull it up too much. This area here seems to be okay. I do use the liquid watercolor, but that's not necessary. You don't have to get liquid. You can even use watercolor paint at Dollar Tree if you want to. You can use markers, you can use acrylic paint, you can use whatever, crayons. Don't think you have to go out and buy anything special to be able to do these paintings. My agenda is that you have fun. That's my only agenda. Okay, now this is running. That is exactly what I want it to do. So you can hold your paper up, let it run in areas that you want it to run. I don't think I have any green, and I wish that I did, because I like the green. I have every color but green, and for some reason I just do not have green, and I don't have purple, so I have got to get those colors at some point. I tried red in the other one, and it was pretty, don't get me wrong, but it kind of overpowered what I wanted it to do. But I'm going to put a little green in here. I didn't have the green in the liquid was what I meant. I do have it in this other just regular watercolor. And like I said, feel free to do the colors that you want to do. They do not have to match my colors, so keep that in mind. You do your colors. Just be careful the colors that you put together, because some of them can come out these ugly colors because you can't mix every color together. So just keep that part in mind. That I'm not going to quite let it run right now. I'll try to let it, see, that kind of come out in a red, but it wasn't really the red that I wanted. So I'm going to drop this red, and I really don't like the green. It kind of made it funky looking. But we'll see how it turns out. So you have to be careful with the colors that you lay out and the colors that you mix, because it can come out to these really funky looking colors at times that I don't particularly care for. So just keep that in mind. It's not a big deal. Because to me, you can't ruin any painting. Well, I guess you could, but it still turned out pretty. I like that I used the red there and that it kind of, you know, set the scene there. Now, I am going to try putting a little blue right here. It may turn it purple. We will see. Don't really know what it will do with the green. May or may not work with the green. It may turn it some kind of funky color. We'll see. Okay, but it basically is doing kind of what I want it to. So now you can go back and you can add any color you want to add into any area you want to add. If you want some crisper lines, like right in here, I want to kind of add to my line here. Like so. All right, I like that. Now right in under here, I'm going to put kind of thick water here, and I am going to drop some yellow. Who don't like yellow? Just see how this does. I like yellow. That's not really what I was wanting to happen, but I'm going to take it. Then on this other side over here, I am going to well, I kind of like how this is doing. On the other side over here, I am going to take and I am going to add some blue. Pull some of that down here. Oh, kind of just like that. Maybe left like that. What do y'all think? Part of me is saying yes, the other part is saying no. part of me saying I'm not sure. I just need to leave it like it is, and then maybe put some, let's try using some, you know what, let me put some right here, see what this does. Kind of like that, but I think it needs a little more in here, but we're going to go forward and see this up here. I hope y'all can see me. See my paper. Okay, I'm going to just see how that does with some splashing. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some splashing. Oh, let's add some pink looking splashing here. And because my painting is wet, we will not add our scripture to our page, but we will, I will tell you what it is so you can add it before you post yours in the group, Mustard Seed Faith Women's Ministries. And I will add the link, so if you're interested in joining, you can. The verse we will be journaling on this page is 1 Corinthians 16:14, if you're interested in putting a scripture on your artwork. Now, I like the splatter. That one did really good. Now, you splatter as much as you want or as least as you want on your page. I like how this turned out. If you joined me today, I am very thankful and very grateful that you did so. I am excited about seeing your art, so please share with me on the Mustard Seed Faith Women's Ministry page. And I will be seeing you guys next time. I am on Mustard Seed Faith Women's Ministry page on Facebook every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I would love for you to come and join if you're available and you can. It would be great to see you there. If you've not joined our group, I encourage you to. It is a fun place to build friendships while we learn as much as we can about God and building a relationship with Him. So if you're interested in that, we encourage you to come be a part of that. So until next time, thank you for joining. God bless and have a good evening. Bye-bye.